A lot of times, everything we need for success is right in front of us. We just can't quite see it. Today, I want to share with you 7 secrets to success in real estate that most agents miss. As I have conversations every single day with new agents, experienced agents, agents that are struggling, agents that are succeeding, I started to see some patterns on some things where people were not seeing certain things that I saw or understanding things, or they had a perception of what success really was about in this business. And I just want to give you a little clarity here. I'm going to go through 7 different secrets that I see that a lot of agents miss, or they just get it missed just a little bit. And just by shifting the focus just a little bit and understanding what it is that leads to that success, I know it can help your business grow. So let's start with this. The first one is, it's not about the houses, it's about the people. I don't know how many times I've sat with people when they come in and they're thinking about coming into real estate, and they'll say, hey, listen, I really love houses. Unfortunately, that's great that you love houses, but this business is about loving people. It's about serving people. It's about finding the needs of people and having a burning desire to match them up with whatever it is they want. When I was younger in the business, some of the times what would happen is I would have people that would come into a house and I wouldn't like the house, and I would put my vision of what they should be buying on them instead of letting them have the vision of what it is they wanted. Just because this house needed some work and I'm not necessarily a handy person didn't mean that this handyman that was buying this house didn't love the fact that he was going to have some things that were going to need to be done that he could do to spruce up the house. You see, what happens sometimes is we get so focused on the product that we forget about the people. I want to encourage you, if you want true success in this business, if you'll focus on the needs of people and giving them what it is that they need, not necessarily what you need or want, I promise you're going to find a new level of success. The second thing I see people get a little off is they think it's about the quantity of leads, but in reality, it's about the quality of the conversations. You can have all the leads in the world, but if they're just names and email addresses, it really is irrelevant. How many people are you talking to that are giving you an opportunity to earn their business? How many people are you talking to have a real need, or they were just kind of flipping through online and happened to find an ad that they just happened to click on because they want to see pretty pictures? You see, you have to focus on the fact that it's about how deep those relationships go, not on how many of those relationships you have. Who is it that you need to focus on? Who are the people that are coming into your business that you need to spend more time with developing those relationships? You see, when you finally figure out that it's not about the quantity, but it's about the quality, everything begins to change. Third secret I found is it's not about how impressive you are, it's about the value you bring. The marketplace will reward value. What value do you bring to the marketplace? You want to make more money? Add more value to the marketplace. What does that look like? That begins by you becoming the most knowledgeable agent in the marketplace and getting the ability to communicate that out to as many people as possible. What is it that you do to add value that's different from other people? When you sit down on a listing presentation, what is it that you can share with them that you do pricing-wise, strategy-wise, or marketing-wise, or what is it that you do to help them get their house sold faster with fewer problems and with less hassles? You see, when you can communicate that and you can add more value to those people that you're meeting with, those homeowners, you're going to get more listings. What is it that you do different for buyers? What is it that you do to help them get the best rate possible by the relationship you have with your lender? What is it that you do to understand the market? What is it that you do that you've trained yourself to be the best negotiator on their behalf? You see, when you add more value to those clients, I promise your business is going to grow and the marketplace is going to reward you. The fourth secret to success in real estate, it's not about your split, it's about how much you make. Now this sounds a little crazy, and people, listen, I'm not discouraging you getting your highest split you can possibly get. What I do want to tell you is you want to be where you're getting value and you can do the most deals, bringing money to the bottom line. Just because you get 100% split but you only get 2 deals, yeah, that's fine. But what if you're at a company that helps you get 12 deals? What if you're at a company where the training, where the opportunity to be around other top producers gives you the ability to grow your business and have more net money? It's just a trade-off. Listen, I always tell people, with us, I'll promise you we're not going to be the highest split company because we're going to give you the most value and you're going to sell more deals and you're going to end up making more money to your bottom line by doing those more deals. They understand this. Where you're located is critically important. The people that you spend time with is who you're going to become. Make sure you're not just focused on one aspect that's keeping you from having more. Focus on what's really important, which is the bottom line. Number 5 goes right along with what we just talked about. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. Listen, ultimately, if you're spending everything you're making zero as far as for your future. Well, how much is it that you're putting away for savings for that rainy day? Because rainy days do come. How much is it that you're saving for opportunity when the market changes like it has, so that you have the ability to have dry powder and have the ability to go out and take advantage and run in while everybody else is retreating? You see, focus in on saving money in a way that gives you the opportunity that when everybody else is retreating, you have the opportunity to go in, take market share, and take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of you. It's critically important to understand you can make $250,000 a year, but if you spend $300,000, you're going broke. Understand, the bottom line is the bottom line, and the more you can put back and prepare for the future, the better your future is going to look. Number 6, it's not about the closing, it's about the follow-up. You see, in this business, if you have a transaction and you build a relationship and you walk with someone through and you gain that trust, the most important part after the transaction is to continue the relationship, to continue adding value. That's where you have multiple transactions with one person. That's where referrals begin to come from. This is what top producers understand. They understand that just because you've just had this one transaction, it doesn't mean that you've got a relationship. Relationships come over time. Relationships come by adding value. Relationships come from consistency. So once you do have that transaction, make sure you have a follow-up plan to where you continue to add value and you become their forever agent. Last but not least, and we're almost going to really bookend, go back to the first one we talked about, and I'm going to bookend it with this last one, with the most critical part of this business, and that's this. It's not about you, it's about them. It's about the client. It's about the relationships. It's about you having the ability to get yourself out of the way and understand that the more value you add to these folks, the more that value that you add to the marketplace, the more you're going to get back. Quit focusing on yourself so much. This is what's so hard is this human nature. So listen, we've all been guilty of this, where we get to counting our commission before it even comes. We begin to focus on what it is that this does for us, and we forget how important this is for those other people. I want you to think about this. What are the most memorable transactions you've ever had? On the positive side, because we've all got some of those we'd like to forget. The one that I remember most is I've sold over $500 million worth of real estate. It's crazy though. I remember a $72,000 first-time home buyer. And this was a lady that showed up. She was a single mom who had been working. She had been through a bad divorce. She had been working for years, saving to be able to buy this first house for her and her son. She shows up at the closing and she's dressed to the T's and she cries the entire way through that closing. You see, this is what this business is all about. We have the ability to change the lives and the trajectory of the financial future for these families. So when we focus in on what it is that we're doing and how big of an impact we can have for generations by assisting people with buying and selling real estate, everything begins to change. Focus on what's truly important, those clients, and I promise you'll get everything that you ever wanted. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.